Hey y'all, welcome back to Mrs. Lynn's Cooking. Today we are going to make a southern style chicken fricassee. So what we're going to use, we're going to use some avocado oil, a half a stick of butter. We're going to use marjoram, if I said that right, nutmeg, smoked paprika, garlic powder, parsley, black pepper, heavy cream, chicken broth, mushrooms, a half of a yellow onion, and then I've got chicken breasts that I cut up into large cutlets, and it's 2 of them. Okay, the first thing we're doing is we're going to use our chicken broth. So I've got a teaspoon, about that much, of chicken broth. We're going to put it in a bowl. Next, we are going to take our marjoram, and we're going to do 1 of these in here as well. We put that on top. Next, we're going to take our garlic powder, and I'm going to do about a half of this one here. About a half of that. And move this out of the way. Now, we're going to take our black pepper, and we're going to do a half of the black pepper, like so. That's a little much, so I'll put the rest of them back in. Like I said, we're just eyeing these. There's really no specifics of what we're doing. Now, we're going to take our smoked paprika, and then I'm just going to put enough over the top just to color it, just like so. Then we're going to take our nutmeg, and this is going to be really little. I'm just going to do like 1 small shake. That's it. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, because the stuff is really strong. Then we're going to take our parsley flakes, and then we're just going to put enough in here to make it green over the top. And now we're just going to mix it all together. Let's mix this together. Now, what we're going to do is we're also going to go over to the stove and turn our burner on about medium-high so we can get that butter and avocado oil to start to melt. Okay, we've got our chicken that I just cut up into some decent-sized chunks, and that's all we're going to do. Then I'm going to take our seasoning that we mixed together, and we're just going to lightly sprinkle it over the top. And we're going to have to do this on both sides. So we're going to do it on the top. You may have more seasonings than what you really need, but it's better to have too much than not enough. And then we're just going to flip all this over, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So then we're just going to flip them, just like so. And we're going to get them all dusted up. And the chicken, I rinsed the chicken off in water, and I did not dry it. That way the seasonings will stick, because that's what you want. You want the seasoning to stick to it, so when it starts to cook, it's going to stay on there for you. So we're just going to flip these little pieces over. And I used breast meat. You can also use thigh meat if you like thigh, but I prefer breast over thighs. So, and we're just going to do the same here with the rest of this here seasoning, while our butter and our avocado oil is warming up. If you don't have avocado oil, that's fine. Use whatever oil you have. You just want something to help that butter blend a little bit easier in it. So, and it looks like we have got this done. Okay. Okay, now our butter has melted. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken cutlets that we cut up and seasoned, and we're just going to put them in our pan so that they can start browning on each side. Let's get this in here so we can get this done. Some of these pieces are a little bit bigger than others, but that's okay. And I only use 2 chicken breasts to let you know. So I've only used 2 chicken breasts that I have. and just cut them up. But what I did overnight is I ended up putting them in, frying them in salt water. The reason being is that it'll give the chicken a little bit more flavor. So we're just going to brown these up. Okay, our chicken is frying up nicely. You can see the coloration on this. It's a kind of a golden brown. So we're going to let that just cook in there. We want all these pieces to be about that color in order for it to be done all the way through. So we're going to finish cooking these up real quick. Okay, you can see our chicken is done. So at this point, I'm going to take them out, and I'm going to just set them to the side for right now. And then when I take these out, then I'm add in here my onions and my mushrooms. So just bear with me while I get these out of here. And then we'll add these back in shortly. But I just want to make sure that chicken is done and it's got a golden crust on it before we do anything else. So at this stage, I'm going to take my half of an onion, what I had. Then I'm going to take that onion, I'm going to put that in. And then I'm going to take my mushrooms, which is a small can, just pour it in there. And we're just going to stir this around. And we're just going to get it translucent on these onions. And it won't take long. You can see that it's tipping a little bit to the bottom, but we're going to get that up. Good. It's down just the air. Because once your cast iron gets to temperature, then it stays at temperature. That's one thing I do like about cast iron. So we're just going to take this. We're going to get these warmed and translucent just a little bit, and then we'll be right back with you. Okay, the onions are translucent, so now what we're going to do is we are going to add in 1 cup of heavy cream. And that's going to kind of cool it down a little bit. And that's going to be just fine. And then you'll see that your spices that were stuck to the bottom, they will start coming up. So just kind of keep scraping that along to get those spices in there and mixed up really super well. Okay, now you can see that with the heavy cream, your spices, your mushrooms, and your onions, and you can see that you've got little itty bitty bubbles in there. And this is on, I've got mine on a number 2. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put this chicken back in here, and we're going to let this slow cook. Okay. And I will be right back. Okay, our chicken is about done. So now all I'm going to do is I've taken a little bit of water and about a tablespoon of flour, and we're just making a slurry, and we're just going to pour this in here to thicken it up just a little. And that's all we're going to do. Once this thickens up, it's going to be ready. And then what we did is we made some mashed potatoes, and I made some green beans, and I made biscuits to go with it. So we're just going to stir this around until this gets nice and thick. Okay, our chicken fricassee is done. What we've done is we've plated it up with some mashed potatoes, homemade biscuits, green beans. If you like my video, please like and subscribe.